Homelessness and affordability challenges are complex issues that can be influenced by various factors such as economic conditions, housing policies, and social support systems. Homelessness can be exacerbated by factors like a lack of affordable housing, economic downturns, and limited access to support services. In rural areas, challenges may include a scarcity of housing options, fewer job opportunities, and limited public transportation. In this video I am highlighting a concerning trend of rising homelessness in rural England, with a 40% increase over a 5-year period. The key contributing factors include a cost of living crisis, high inflation, stagnant wages, and increasing housing costs. The situation is exacerbated by cuts to welfare payments over the last decade and a shortage of affordable housing. Homelessness indeed has devastating physical, emotional, and psychological consequences, and the statistics you mentioned highlight the harsh realities of life on the streets. Here's a breakdown of some key points. Average age of death. The average age of death for individuals experiencing homelessness is alarmingly low, with men averaging 45 years and women 43 years. This is significantly lower than the average life expectancy for the general population. Increased vulnerability to violence. People sleeping on the streets face a significantly higher risk of violence. The statistic that they are almost 17 times more likely to have been victims of violence emphasizes the dangerous nature of homelessness. More than 1 in 3 people sleeping rough have experienced physical violence, such as being deliberately hit, kicked, or subjected to other forms of harm. Higher risk of suicide. Homeless individuals are over 9 times more likely to take their own lives compared to the general population. The factors contributing to this elevated risk are likely complex and may include a combination of mental health challenges, social isolation, and the harsh conditions associated with homelessness. According to the CPRE charity, which advocates for affordable housing in rural areas, the number of homeless individuals in the countryside rose from 17,212 in 2018 to 24,143 in 2023. The charity attributes this surge to record house prices, long waiting lists for social rent housing, and the proliferation of second homes and short-term rentals. The report also highlights specific areas with higher levels of rough sleeping in rural England. The town of Boston, northeast of London, was identified as the worst affected rural local authority, with 48 people per 100,000 sleeping rough in September 2023. Other areas, such as Bedford and North Devon, also experienced elevated levels of rough sleeping. The charity points out that people sleeping rough in rural areas are often hidden from view, camping in fields or seeking shelter in farm buildings. Additionally, they may have limited access to support services, making it challenging to accurately assess the full extent of the crisis. The significant demand for social housing is evident, with 300,000 people waiting for such housing in rural England, where the average house price is around £420,000. This situation underscores the urgent need for comprehensive measures to address the root causes of homelessness, including affordable housing initiatives, social support services, and policies to alleviate the cost of living burden on vulnerable populations. Efforts should focus not only on providing immediate shelter and basic needs but also on addressing the root causes of homelessness, such as affordable housing, mental health support, and social services. It is a complex issue that requires a coordinated and multifaceted approach from governments, communities, and organizations to create sustainable solutions and support systems for those experiencing homelessness. To obtain the latest information on homelessness and living costs in rural England, I recommend checking recent news sources, government reports, or studies conducted by relevant organizations. News outlets, government websites, and social service agencies may provide up-to-date information on efforts to address homelessness and initiatives to improve living conditions for those facing economic hardship. Now I am taking a moment to thank you for subscribing to my channel. Your support motivates me to create more content that you love. I'd also like to encourage you to leave a comment and let me know what you think of the video. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me improve my content. Thank you again for your support.